Okay, let's be honest. Money has a lot of pull in football. We see what investments did to Chelsea FC. We see what it did to Manchester City. And now we can see that most likely Newcastle is going to qualify for next season's Champions League due to the influx of money. Right now, Manchester United is on the verge of being sold. Not sold as a whole, but rather most of their shares are going to be sold to either Jim Radcliffe or the Qatari Foundation. But we just found out that there's a hidden clause in the Manchester United takeover bid. When Manchester United were put on the stock market, the Glazer family inserted a clause, and the clause states that a person that is not a member of the Glazer family cannot own a particular type of shares. They are called Class B shares. There are two types of shares in Manchester United. We have the Class A shares and the Class B shares. And the clause states that only members of the Glazer family can own Class B shares. What are Class B shares and Class A shares? What's the difference? Well, Class B shares have 10 times more voting rights than Class A shares. But now begs the question, what if a member of the Glazer family decides to sell their own Class B shares? Well, the clause also states that if a member of the Glazer family sells the Class B share to someone who's not a member of the Glazer family, it instantly turns to a Class A share. What does this mean in retrospect? What it means is, let's assume Jim Ratcliffe, for example, buys 50% of Manchester United shares. This means that the Glazer family at board level would still have more pull than Jim Ratcliffe. To put it in more perspective, even if the Glazer family were to sell 80% of their shares and were to remain with 20%, they would still have more pull than those who own the other 80% of Manchester United shares. The only way this can be changed is if the Glazer family can actually revoke that clause from when it was put about in the stock market. What do you think about this? Do you think Manchester United will still be sold? Let us know in the comment section below. And stay tuned to Reasonable.